Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, is going to be a readathon announcement for Non-Binary November that I am co-hosting with Clint from Reads Readers as a little mini readathon for our book club ba, which is all about celebrating queerness, queer joy, queer stories, and we wanted to do a readathon specifically towards non-binary books just because we've had the realization that we haven't read too many, and also, why the hell not? So I just have my little notebook here that I'm going to look at just to have it because it has all the information. This readathon will be happening from November 13th through November 20th. And we have a bingo board, which I will pop up right here. That is just to inspire your reading. You don't have to follow it. We're not policing this too much. But let me just quickly go through the prompts. I'm not giving any recommendations just because I can only think of a handful of books that have non-binary rep. So yeah. But I'll kind of go through the prompts. They're all pretty simple, but we'll just go through one at a time. So first prompt is adult. So any adult book that features a non-binary character, we're saying as like main character or like a love interest, if it's a romance, or just like any prominent main character really. We're not policing this too much. It's just, if it has non-binary representation in the book, we'll call it golden. So then we have audio. So listen to an audiobook. Pretty simple. Trans. We also decided to have this as a prompt just because why the hell not? When in doubt, trans and non-binary are sometimes for some individuals interchangeable, and when in doubt, trans is kind of an umbrella term for some people as well. So we figured include it just because it can also expand our reading, your reading, and all of that. And I've noticed that in my research, there's honestly not as many books with non-binary characters as I thought I would find. Like, don't get me wrong, I found quite a few and I have some ideas of what I'm going to read for this. But having this prompt also expands it so you can read other books as well that are still similar. If that makes any sense, I don't know. I'm filming this at like 7:30 in the morning right before work. My brain is still asleep. My coffee has not kicked in that I had earlier. So next prompt is author. So the author is non-binary. So doesn't necessarily mean the characters in the book has to be, but the author, non-binary. And then we have the free space, which is just if you participate, you automatically get the free space. That's pretty much how we work it. The next is person on the cover. So a book that has any person on the cover. Pretty self-explanatory. Next we have non-binary, which I'm saying this is specifically like the main character who we see the POV of is non-binary. Or if it's like dual point of view, one of them being non-binary. That's what I'm taking this as. We kind of didn't discuss really what these prompts are, but they're pretty self-explanatory. So if Clint has something different for this prompt, well, you can use his description of it too. I really don't care. This is just for us to have fun. The next one is ebook. So read an ebook. I will probably find something on Kindle Unlimited or something and read it on my Kindle. And then the final prompt is young adult. So a book that is young adult in the age demographic. So those are the prompts. I've already set the dates. Clint and I'd say more than likely we'll try to do sprints the weekend. So it would be the 14th, 15th, or 16th, something like that. Is that weekend, I believe. It's Friday, Saturday, yeah. So probably somewhere in there we'll do like sprints or something, or just something just to give us a chance to read together and all that. It feels weird to be filming. I haven't filmed in months, but I have, since I'm realizing I haven't done a life update, so that's fun. But I've started a new job, so that's why. I work now 40 hours a week, and I used to work 25, so that's been an adjustment. And finding time to film has been fucking impossible because as soon as I get home, it feels like I'm doing 20 other things, and filming cannot happen. So I literally quickly am filming this before work to get it posted so that I can share this, because I feel bad that I didn't do our last BA picks, which, by the way, I don't remember off the top of my head, and I didn't write it down what November's BA book is, but this is what it is. I will put it up on screen here. This is BA's group book, and probably will try to read it in this readathon. Yeah, I'm a bad host for BA right now. I'm trying to get better. We're only human. Life happens. Clint and I have been through a lot in the last, like, 2 months, each individually, so I'm kind of surprised we're even still doing this. But we're having fun doing it anyway, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. Yeah, I really don't know when the next time I'm gonna post is or anything like that, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!